Yep.
Preemptive apology if she asks for
Yeah,
a question.
I know.
Sorry for getting here late,
Kelly
man.
was telling me,
Apologies.
she's like, maybe we'll just get some more. I was like, I want everyone together.
Sorry, man. But I want to start with just defensively. You guys will continue doing a really good job against the run. Where do you think that you guys can do or take that next step against some of those deeper passes? Because I know you're not, 30 yards downfield in deep zones like that, but just that seems to be one of the few ways that defense or that offense is going to attack you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can start up front with pressure, but I think if you're talking about Michigan, they're doing a pretty good job keeping guys in, protecting, and then I don't know. I mean, it might be communication, might be eyes, might be feet. I don't know. I think that's more for the back end, but our job is to get pressure if we're able to. I think that's where we can make a difference.
Coach Leonard mentioned that he wants to get some more rotation early on in the games to keep you guys fresher on defense. You and Leo were out there last plays of the game, even though the score was on the other side. Just is that something that you're gonna maybe push back on? Like you always want to be out there, or how do you kind of handle that?
I mean, obviously the coaches are gonna make the decision that they want, but I like being out there and I want to be out there. And I was happy that me and Leo finished that game last week together because I for sure didn't want to go off that field and walk off that field with time still on the clock and being like, oh, damn. So I'm happy we finished that game, and it's obviously up to the coaches what they want to do, but I'm good to go.
I know it's still early in the week. I'm sure you guys are still digesting film from what Illinois can bring.
Yeah.
Is there anything you've seen so far from their run game or their passing game that stands out so far?
I mean, a lot. I mean, just going off of personnel is that they obviously have a veteran offense and guys that have played football, guys that we've played football against. So it starts kind of up front. They got a lot of the linemen back that we've seen, and they're an athletic group and they can run. They do a good job of working well with each other and working off of each other. And then they kind of got a running back by committee right now, and some pretty good backs. And they're going to pose their challenges. And then the quarterback is experienced. We've seen him twice. He's beaten us once, so we know what he brings to the table, and we know what them as an offense can bring to the table. So it's going to be a good matchup, and we've got to have a good week of prep.
I want to ask a couple of questions about Leo, because we've heard throughout the years that the energy that he brings to the defense. Just what do you think the best examples of that, him bringing that energy on the defensive side and the things he does for the defense?
I mean, it's kind of tough to pinpoint an example of him bringing energy. I think just kind of his just passion for the game can bring in, and just his personality brings energy in and of itself, and then what he brings to the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's a guy that people look to, obviously, he's a physical linebacker, smart, instinctual, and I think just anytime that you can add a player like Leo on the field, you want him out there. So
I talked to him, and he said he's more stick to himself type of guy, a little more loner off the field. Just do you feel like you know him well, or like how does he kind of blend like the leader that he is kind of on the defense with kind of being more of an isolated guy off the field?
I mean, I think I'm with him every day I've been with him every day for the past 3 years, maybe, without
hours a day.
Yeah. So I think I know him pretty well, and yeah.
What's the thing that kind of off the field, like because we always hear about how on he is, right? He's always kind of full speed with football. What do you see from him when you're away from the field? You can kind of turn it off.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of likes to chill, and he kind of likes to go home, play video games and stuff like that. So let him be. Do what he wants to do.
I would say just with overall, you and Leo combined for 25 tackles last week. With your body, how did you feel physically after? I mean, it was a physical game. If you're getting on those tackles, when you have a game like that, it's so physical. What's the recovery like? What's trying to get back? I mean, obviously, getting back in there. 2 days later, you're going through walkthroughs and preparing for Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, I think for both of us and kind of everyone, it was a physical game. So body definitely took a toll. Definitely feeling it the next day, and still feeling it kind of today. But it's get your recovery, and it's the season, because I'd be hell of a lot more disappointed if my body wasn't feeling like this at this point than right now. So it's just part of football, part of the game, and you gotta do everything you can.
Last question. Going against Braylon Allen, like I know that maybe fall camp, like maybe not now, but what do you see now, like from the opposite side, looking at someone like Braylon Allen, who's 238-pound tailback, and just what he could bring to the, facing him in fall camp, and just what do you think he could bring to like a backfield and having to go up against him like maybe you had during fall camp?
Yeah, a physical player, physical runner, and with speed too. So definitely a guy that I don't think many guys are going to be able to tackle one-on-one, and hopefully he gets more opportunities and we can see that.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep.